Well, hey team, I wanted to do an example of the dating game that I typically do at my parties. Now, you're gonna have to use your imagination a little bit as far as the visual goes, because typically I will have my smidgets and keychains in a bowl, okay? Whether it's a Fridge Smart, whether it's a Vet and Serve, or whether it's just a regular impressions bowl or something like that, okay? But I'm kind of doing this on a quick note here because I know that a lot of us are working on dating, so we really want to beef up our date book. Well, let me just tell you the quick history of my Smidget game, okay? Because I have done it now for 16 years. Okay, I've been in the business almost 17, so I've done it pretty much the entire duration of time in my business. So when I first started the business, I didn't do a dating game. I thought that if people really wanted to do a party, that they would tell me. They would say, yeah, I want to have a party. But guess what? That's not the case. I also thought that, well, if I do, if I just ask people at order time, they'll go ahead and typically they'll date a party. They do, however, I did find that the little trinkets, the little gadgets, that those definitely played a huge part in helping those individuals who were on the fence of, man, I want to, but I'm not real sure, or maybe the time restraints were in their brains, that this really helped put them over the edge. So for about the first 6 months of my business, I didn't do dating games. And my date book was pretty soft. When I started to do this Smidget game, because I had gone to rallies, I had heard all the trainings, I had seen it done live in action, I had gone to Jubilee and I had seen them do it, and I took lots of notes, and I was just fearful of trying it, to be honest with you. I thought, I don't want people to think I'm being pushy. Well, you know what, you guys, when people come to a party, number one, they expect to be asked to date a party, and number two, this is your lifeline of your business. And so it's your job to ask them. It's up to them if they decide to play or not. Okay, so just remember that. And you're going to do it in a manner where nobody's going to feel pressured whatsoever. It's a fun game. So when I started doing the Smidget game, and I truly mastered it, okay, even though we never master anything in this life, I've mastered it, the Smidget game, because it took me from getting maybe one party every other time off of a party. It filled it up to, I was starting to get 2 and 3 parties dated off of a party after faithfully doing it. And when I mean faithfully, I was doing 2 and 3 parties a week and working another full-time job, okay, 60, 70 hours a week. So I was getting 2 and 3 parties dated off of it. By the time I backed off of doing parties, when we became distributors, I was averaging about 4 to 6 parties per party. I typically was dated minimum 3 to 4 months in advance. Usually I was dated about 6 to 7 months in advance. That's how full my date book was. So I share that because games with purpose play a huge factor in your business, okay? So what I want you to really do, because again, you're not going to see the visual of my bowl, but I want you to really just listen to the word choices and just kind of watch how I have fun with it. Now again, it's going to be a little bit different because I'm here in my home by myself, so I don't have that interaction, but again, you'll hear the word choices. So we're just going to go right on into party mode. All right, so everybody, you guys, thanks so much for coming tonight. Did you all have fun? Yeah, I had a great time. Awesome. Well, you know what? This is your final chance where you can get some more auction bucks for the auction we're going to do here at the end. And it is a game of chance. So let me first ask you, who in here has ever taken a chance in life? Okay? Whether it's a chance of dating someone, having children, how about going to work? Yeah, that's definitely a chance, right? How about a chance of coming to this Tupperware party? Absolutely, that was a chance for all of you. So thank you so much for taking that chance. Well, again, you guys, this is a game of chance because it is 100% up to you if you decide to play or not. It's not to force you to do anything that you don't want to do. However, I'm not above bribery. So in my bowl, I have got a lot of cute gadgets in here. So this first one, oh my gosh, just the hot chili pepper keychain. This one is so darn cute because you're hot when you do your own get together, and it opens up so you can put some cute little, pills, Tic Tacs, mints, things like that in here. The next one, this one here, this is our Smidget. And our Smidget, oh my gosh, you guys, there are so many different uses for this. So number one, you can go ahead and put pills, Tic Tacs, mints in there. Yay, woo. Okay, you can put coins in there. So maybe you just don't like change thrown around in your purse, or it's always falling out of your coin purse, right? So put it in your Smidget. Maybe you have to go to the laundromat. It's great for that. Another one in is it fits 25 regular size M&Ms. That's right, 25 regular M&Ms. Another thing that it does is put a cotton ball in there. If you travel at all, or if you like to freshen up throughout the day, you're gonna go through the department store and you're gonna go ahead, take a tester perfume, and you're gonna pull out your Smidget, take out your cotton ball, and you're gonna spray that cotton ball, because guess what? It's an airtight, liquid tight seal. It's also our smallest Tupperware bowl that you will ever get. Is 1 ounce. Okay, so then you're gonna have that perfume with you all the time. How about, do you like lip gloss? Right? Lipstick is kind of a thing of the past, but if you still have that favorite lipstick, and you're like, I don't really wear it anymore, but man, it was my favorite color, go ahead, scoop it out, right? Take a Q-tip and scoop it all out, put it in your Smidget, take some Vaseline and mix it up, and now you've got your favorite lip gloss with you at all times. Another thing is, if you travel at all, oh my gosh, throw in your jewelry in here, right? Your earrings, fits fabulous in there. If you got this like flexible little necklace, you can throw that in there. It doesn't get all tangled up. Final, what you're gonna do, and I'll show you here in a second, okay, is you can actually fit a plastic garbage bag, or I'm sorry, plastic grocery bag inside this Smidget. Because you know what, how many times in our car do we need that extra garbage bag? Oh my gosh, you know what, I'm always like, my kids are throwing things, I'm throwing things, then you're going through and you're picking up. If I only had a garbage bag, right? So take a plastic garbage bag and we're gonna squeeze it on in here. Also, maybe you're walking the dog and you need that bag. Well, guess what? It's a whole lot cuter to carry this than it is to just carry a bag. So many uses for that. I've also got a ton of other cute little keychains in here. But you know what's really special is there's a piece of paper inside of these. And in that, on that piece of paper, it says something like, oh my gosh, you win me in a party. But guess what? Attached to that party, there are some fun things in here. So you could get, I've got 3 $25 prize packs. I have 2 $50 prize packs, and I have got 1 grand prize. That grand prize is a $100 prize pack. That's right. Why do I like to bribe my hostesses? Because you know what? Sometimes I know we're on the fence, and sometimes I know our schedules are crazy and we want to, but yeah, we're not real sure. And sometimes this helps us take us over the edge. And so you know what? Again, this isn't to take you and make you do something you don't want to do, but it is to help you make a decision today. And you know what? The best thing that I can do for you is to help you earn free product and half price items. And you get to be a queen for the day. That's right, you get to be my queen for the day, because I like to pamper and spoil my hostesses. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, if it is your worst nightmare, okay, your worst nightmare to have fun with you and your girlfriends, do some shopping, have some get together time, have some relaxation time, this is the game that is not for you, okay? You don't wanna play this game. But if you're like, you know what, that sounds like a hoot and a half, and man, Heidi, you talked a lot about a lot of theme parties throughout the day today, I want to do one of those theme parties, you definitely want to go ahead and take a chance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to walk around and I'm going to ask you what you'd like to do. You can either say play or pass. No skin off my back whatsoever, because again, I like to party with people who want to be partied with and their girlfriends and guy friends. So the only thing I ask is if you decide to take a chance, that you 100% honor that piece of paper, and I know that you are all honest in here today. So if you take one out and it says, woohoo, you get to have a party with Heidi, guess what? I'm going to honor whatever gift it says. If it says, woohoo, you get free tax today, guess what? I'm going to give you free tax today. And woohoo, if it says, just get a gadget, guess what? You're going to just get a gadget. I'm not going to say, ha ha, you don't get your gift. I would never do that to you, just like I know that you wouldn't do that to me. So I'm going to go ahead, walk around. You get to pick out if you want to play, or say, pass, Heidi, I don't want to. Take a chance. Not a problem. Boom, done. So now what do? So now I literally take the bowl and I do not let the bowl leave my hand. Vital. Critical. important. Because what happens? You let that bowl out of your hand, they're not going to have that connection with you, and it's going to go right around the room and nobody's going to take a chance. 100% typical, okay? Because I used to do it. So you're going to walk around. I start with the person who's had the most fun with me. I don't care if they're across the room. I don't care if they're right next to me. Person who's had the most fun, who's been interactive, who's had a great personality, I would love to have a party with. I'm going to go and start with her. And what I'm going to say is I'm going to go, let's say she's across the room. I'm going to say, oh my gosh, Auntie, I'm going to start with you, girlfriend, because you were so much fun tonight. And I would love to get together with you and your girlfriends. And I hold the bowl and I just look at her and I smile. And if, okay, another vital point, if she guesses at all, like hesitates, she's like, Auntie, you know what, girlfriend, not a problem. I'll come back to you. I'm going to go right on to the next person. And then I just start going around to the next person. Because if I stay at her, number one, she feels pressure. Number two, it's also a domino effect. So if she hesitates, right, for too long, other people are going to be like, maybe I don't want to do this, right? Because again, that's just us. So I'd be like, you know what, not a problem. I'll come back to you. And I bounce to the next person. Typically, that next person is like, yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. And you just keep moving along, okay? Anybody who doesn't date a party, guess what? At order time, then you talk to them. And the word choices might go something like, Tracy, I was so hoping that you were going to have, well, first, let me backpedal. She comes up to do her order, and I'm going to talk to her about her order. Tracy, you know what? Oh my gosh, girl, I see that you really like Tupperware. Are these all for you or are they gifts? Oh, they're gifts. Oh, that's awesome. You got some, your friends are, really going to love you. You got some pretty special people in your life. And I get to know her. What do? You were a lot of fun tonight. I was really hoping that you were going to get together, do a get together with your girlfriend. So, can I just ask you, because this helps me with my business, what prevented you from having a get together or taking a chance to do a get together? And then I just smile and I listen. And usually lately it is because there's so many other parties going on that they're like, oh, I just had a party, or, I'd like to do one in a couple of months. But I just can't do it now, because that's what they're hearing now, right? Because I talk now. So I say, you know what, Tracy, what if we just, I know schedules are crazy. What if we were to just pencil you in for a couple months, and I'll follow up with you, about 4 to 6 weeks prior to your show, if she went out that far. And we'll go ahead and see if that date still works for you. No obligation whatsoever. I'll just pencil it in. But then that way we have a date, and like I said, I can just follow up with you, see if that time frame works for you. Okay? Okay, so that is the dating game. I hope you wrote, you'll be able to have this so you can go back and re-listen again. Re-listen and re-listen and re-listen and re-listen to the word choices. And when I come, into different areas, if you guys want me to do that on the spot, I would be more than happy to do that. So here's to you. Here's to happy datings and filling your date book up. Just imagine when you are scheduled 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 months in advance because your date book is that full. That's truly what can happen. So happy dating, have a great time with it, and here is to your success. Bye-bye.